half, we gave up a lot of easy baskets. I thought we made some adjustments in the second half. We did a better job and didn't give up so many backdoor cuts. It's tough when you play our style and they play their style. It's a difference of styles, and one's gonna win out. I thought in the first half they completely outplayed us in that area, meaning backdoor cuts and everything else. Thought we made some adjustments. Second half we did a better job. The storyline of the game is, we're typically a good free throw shooting team, and for us to leave 13 on the rim is just not characteristic of us. And obviously, give those guys credit, they won the game, but certainly we didn't try to miss them, and I didn't think. I thought our guys. You look at Darion Sebron, he's been tremendous on our short season, done a great job, another double-double, but just couldn't find the rhythm at the free throw line. So we got to learn from it. We got to move on. We got to continue to get better. Questions?
Kevin, how difficult is it for your guys, as young as you are inside, to play a team that big, that veteran, and that physical?
Yeah, it's tough, and listen, I'm going to always protect my guys. So I think EB and Jalen are giving us everything that they can give us. I'm so proud of those guys. But at the end of the day, we've got a good coach sitting over there that's, Manny Bates, who's really good. So it's tough. We play against a senior or graduate. He was probably 23 years old, knows how to play. He facilitated everything for them. And it's tough on us. I don't want to ever use that as an excuse because, I take pride in developing guys, and I think EB and both Jalen have gotten better. But it's a hell of a matchup for them. It is tough. I thought Golden made everything go for them. We knew that coming in the game. They ran everything through him. It was a tough matchup for our guys.
Turning that around, though, the last two games, especially this one, how much does that kind of help their development, having to face this, seeing what it's like, and that kind of thing as you move forward?
Well, it helps. There was a moment last night where I didn't know if E.B. DeWanna was going to play in the game. He kind of rolled his ankle in practice, and give him credit. He toughed it out and played for our team. That being said, those guys are getting valuable experience, but we got to go through that to get where we need to go, and that's the tough part about it. Just because I hate that we're young, but we are, and I've got to accept that, and we got to make some plays. We got to get those guys better. Not only are they young, you add to Quavion Smith, who's having a really good year for us early on, but defensively, we're all a nightmare because of our guys being so young.
You're not obviously never get older overnight, but what do you take from the film for these last two games playing older teams to kind of build them?
We just have to. We got to get smarter. We got to make the right plays. I need more, and I know this will sound crazy. I need more leadership from Cam Hayes and Sebron, and I'm asking for leadership from guys who are really sophomores, who really played a half of a freshman year and really a sophomore. And so, we have to grow up overnight. We got to keep getting better. This is a good basketball team. You don't have to apologize for losing to them because of their, how good they are. They got a unique style. They're older, but we have to grow up because everybody we play, we're in every game. We're competitive. We just got to turn some of these games around and win just because of, we can't, our youth can't hurt us all the time.
Is it youth showing more on defense, especially when you play an offense like Richmond has with backward cuts and so many different parts?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't worry about us offensively. That's one of the things we talked about at halftime is our offense, we're going to be able to score against anybody. We're going to leave out there more than likely 70 to 80 points a game. We've been able to do that so far. It's defensively when you have so many new guys and young guys, and obviously the breakdowns. Then you add the fact that Casey missed so much time, so he don't really have a rhythm. He's not playing at the level he can play at. And so really, essentially, he becomes a young guy because he's a new guy that's a transfer in our system.
Did you consider pressing any point tonight?
We did, but they do a good job of moving the basketball. We try to pick up full court. I didn't want to trap as much. I wanted to, make sure that we did a good job of finding guys. One of the things we talked about is defending the three-point line. We did. I watched them play against Toledo, and there was a segment in Toledo games that they were 8 for 11 during that small segment, and we did a great job. I only made 7 against us. We're young, we're inexperienced. We got to continue to get better. Games and practice are only going to help us, and we'll move forward.
Kevin, Darion really started asserting himself 12 minutes, I guess, left in the game. You talk about him needing to be a leader and asking him to be a leader. What have you seen from him this season and his growth?
Jamie, what I'm asking for him is to be a leader is a little bit more vocal. And that's not who Cam Hayes and Darion are. You know, Darion's a leader by how hard he plays and competes and everything else. But you can tell that each team takes on an identity. And when you need a big basket, so far, he's been that guy that provides the big basket for us, whether it's an offensive rebound, whether it's a drive to the hole. I thought they did a good job early in the first half, and we made some adjustments in the way we changed our screens, and he was able to get down the hill. But, you know, you're seeing a player who's growing up right in front of our eyes. You know, I'm still going to ask those guys for more because it's crazy. Usually you would have an older guard that can do that. Well, my older guards are sophomores. And so you got sophomores talking to freshmen and freshmen talking to sophomores, and it's not always the greatest form.
You guys were able to get them in the magic numbers with the penalty and bonus very early, like 10 minutes left. Did you guys change a little bit what you wanted to do in terms of just attack? Because you knew that one, they didn't have a shot blocker, and two, they were in foul trouble?
Yeah, you know, we have been really good early in the year of getting to the free throw line. Probably one of the better teams in our league, maybe even the country. We just usually make them. And so what we did is we started setting our screens a little bit lower because they were going under screens. And I thought we settled early in the first half for some outside shots. We decided to drive it a little bit more. I thought T got in the paint. I thought certainly we played through Jericho for a while, and then also Sebron was effective, and it changed the outlook of the game. And we had our opportunities, even down to the end of the game. If we make a couple of those free throws at the end, it's a different game.
You mentioned Casey's not being the same since he came back from the ankle injury, but I'm sure you're also discouraged by the bench points. You pride yourself on the bench. Is there anything you might do lineup-wise to just give that bench a little more of a boost, or does it really not matter that much?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't think that I don't think we have the type of team that we're gonna get a lot off of our bench in scoring this year. You know, if think about when we were starting, Casey instead of TeQuavion. So let's say he averages 12. We're probably gonna get maybe 12 to 14 on a good night off the bench, or vice versa. Most of our players, the offensive-minded players that we have, are starting the game. We're trying to get our best players on the floor right away, and so we're probably not going to have a lot of bench scoring, but I would love to get some every now and then.
The size and experience you've seen the last 2 weeks with Purdue and Richmond, a lot of teams the ACC won't have, with these two teams have experience. What do you kind of take from these two games?
Yeah, you guys understand this because you follow us all the time. Those are probably two of the veteran teams that we're going to play, two of the bigger guys that we're going to play, two of the most unique guys that we're going to play. But it'll help us. Hopefully in a couple weeks, 3-4 weeks, when we get really into ACC play, EB and Jalen have both got experience where they understand that they can play against anybody in their league. And those guys are different. I don't know that there's another guy in our league that passes the ball as well as Golden. There's certainly not a guy in our league that is big and is strong and as physical as the two guys from Purdue. Our league has some really good players, but those three guys are very unique in their own way.
Coach, just curious, not anything related to your team specifically, but it seems like around the country, we went back to like last year, and COVID is rearing its ugly head again. You have any concerns moving forward about scheduling or rescheduling, cancellation of games, stuff like that?
Yeah, Jonas, I am majorly concerned. I'm afraid because our guys lost so much basketball last year, and we just didn't get the opportunity. And I'm gonna encourage everybody to continue to get their shots, get their boosters, and if you don't, obviously try to wear your mask. It's a tough time right now because we have the new variant going around, and then there's the flu. And so a lot of the stuff, we can't control, but I am concerned. Right now, we're fortunate enough to be playing, but every time I pick up my phone, somebody else is not playing, and I'm scared. I want our guys to continue to play, I want our guys to continue to have the opportunity to play.
That's got it.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach.